This week, I chose to discuss Mercy Otis Warren in the context of pre-revolutionary sentiment. This is a great topic for me as I am researching her writings on my final paper. Mercy Otis Warren was a revolutionary voice from Massachusetts. She was the wife of politician James Warren, and she was from the James Otis family, who were prominent lawyers and politicians during this era. While Warren could not hold office as a woman at this time, she managed to have a unique voice that would polarize the nation toward revolution. She did this through her poetry and playwrights that contained deeper messages than mere entertainment. Warren's sketches had the ability to gain attention, and although they were entertaining, they were seeped with logical reasoning. Warren was inspired to begin writing early on when her brother James Otis Jr. fell ill. She took it upon herself at the urging of her family and family friend John Adams to continue his work in spreading ideas of revolution and political change. She would publish anonymously using aliases such as Cassius and Columbian Patriot. Part of the reason that she took on this challenge was because of her 5 sons. Accompanied by being encouraged to write about her political ideas, she hoped that in doing so she could create a better country for her 5 boys. In August of 1763, Thomas Hutchinson was appointed as governor over Boston. At this time, tensions were rising in the city until 1770, when the conflict became so much larger that 5 unarmed citizens were killed in what became known as the Boston Massacre. With this event enraging the people and Warren's brother continuing to fall deeper into his illness, she published her first play. This was published anonymously with a Boston newspaper called the Massachusetts Spy. Her play was The Adulateur, and its purpose was to place an attack on Hutchinson. His character in the play was Rapatio, who she described as a tool surrounded by fawning courtiers. She warned of the evil intentions that he brought, insisting that he would stop at nothing to achieve his personal ambitions. With this would come the destruction of liberties. She warned that bloodshed and carnage are coming, and at the time will come for the colonies to take upon arms against British tyrants. Warren's work was a more theatrical approach to her brother, James Otis Jr.'s pamphlets. While her brother expresses political ideas through treaties, pamphlets, and dialogue, Warren chose a more literary genre. Although she desired to entertain her audience, she also sought to teach them about the actions of the British, and she did not shy away from the possibility of violence. While dramatic and satirical, they were described by literary scholar Gerald Weils as essentially a propaganda pamphlet, ideologically a piece with the other publications of the pre-revolutionary radical press. So looking at one of Leah Millio's questions, how important was it to have a famous female from the American Revolution? Well, Mercy Otis Warren is very important to the history of the American Revolution. Her works are considered to be masterpieces that contributed to the outcry for revolution for the Boston public. She also provided a domestic perspective. She was someone with political values and many men in her life to lose if war was to be won. She served as an inspiring voice, even if it were not until later, for those who may not have been willing to give up their sons or their husbands for the freedom of Britain. She serves as a great example as someone that was willing to make sacrifices for a better country. She also is important to late studies of the American Revolution, as later in her life she wrote 4 volumes about the history of the American Revolution. She did this after much urging from John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Her perspective was important to some of the great founding fathers, and I think that holds a lot of weight to the works that she published and the ideas that she spread. And these are my sources that I used. Thank you.